You have the coolest haircut. Oh my God. You
Thank
rock
you. My
that.
first question to you, though, is do you miss the hair?
I miss the hair. I
Okay.
hate hair. And I feel like you might be able to relate.
I
Hate.
sure do.
It's just like nothing beats being able to wash your face and your head at the same time in the
Yeah.
morning.
Yep.
It's just, let's
Look,
go. I'm
you're
ready.
saving money, you're saving water, you're being eco-conscious is really
Okay.
what you're doing with it. Okay, so I am gonna, aside from her haircut, obviously, what do you admire most about Navarro?
She's a total badass. I love how she can playing her, I realize how much she can hold in her heart.
Mm,
She doesn't talk a lot, and when it comes to a character who doesn't speak much, what you want to do as an actor is to fill their inner world as much as you possibly can. And with how intense their situation is, like first growing up on a planet where you never see the sun, what that does to a person. Because I just spent 5 months in LA, sunny LA. I loved it. As soon as I got back home to Vancouver, Vancouver's nickname is Raincouver. It's raining 70% of the time, and I'm fucking depressed. I'm taking like vitamin D pills every day to kind of
did you
give
get
my
the light? Did you get one of the like, what is it? The like emotional, like, they're like sun emulating lights.
oh my God, I need to look into that because
Yeah,
I'm
and they go on like a timer that's supposed to like emulate the circadian whatever meow meow stuff. Because you are an NYU alum, yes?
I was.
Yes, so I am as well. It's deeply upsetting to see the number after your graduation year, but I had to buy one when I was in New York because I wasn't used to
Yeah,
seasons.
I totally feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emotionally, aside from maybe not seeing the sun, what was the most challenging scene?
My goodness, good question. Um, for me, the most challenging scene is that first one where all six of us are sat in our trailer telling Rain what our plan is. Because with an ensemble scene like that, I'm pretty sure that and the Corbellin taking off are the only
Mm,
two scenes where we see all six of them together.
yeah.
I come from a theater background, so those ensemble scenes are very yummy for me, but they're also very tricky
Mm.
because depending on where the camera is set up, who's actually in the shot, and like just keeping track of how alive your character is in a like sit down dialogue scene was kind of tricky for me.
Mm. I can I mean I can imagine. I cannot understand because I don't do that stuff. Broader question: what is the first time, if ever, you felt represented on screen?
First time I felt, ooh, Christina Yang in
Grey's Anatomy. Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy. I was in elementary school when my
Oh,
aunt
that hurts my heart. But go on, please. Sorry.
but yeah, I was just like, because she's the only Asian character in that whole
Mhm.
show, you know? And she's just so grounded. And I felt for the first time, oh, I can be in a project like that and still carry myself like I am exactly where I'm meant to be. And that meant a lot. And when her character stepped off the show, I stopped watching.
Yeah, in a similar vein, and this might be the answer then, the same answer, but growing up, who was your favorite fictional character? Because the fact that you said Grey's in elementary school is slightly disturbing to me.
Favorite fictional character. Oh my God, Ponyo.
Oh,
Ponyo,
of course. Yeah.
yeah, because like I want to be a fish and a human at the same
Yeah.
time and have like a ocean goddess be my mother and like
Yeah.
a weird like hippie magician be my dad and fall in love with like the perfect purest little boy and who's like willing to protect me and my fish form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also eat ham.
Yes, eat ham like I've never tasted ham before.
I don't I love the way she says ham. It's just such a like a specific character
Um,
thing. Yeah. What is the first film that you saw in theaters that you were the impetus for going to go see?
um, The Hobbit Part 2. It's really weird, but
It's
I
very
was
specific.
yeah, I was in high school and like
Okay.
because I grew up with an older brother and we grew up
Okay.
really close. So like I kind of adopted his like very boyish energy. And I remember stepping into high school and being like, guys, The Hobbit, let's go. What are you guys doing? And trying to like it was my cool card, you know?
Yeah. The reason I am slightly incredulous at this is that it's the part two of it, because like after having seen part one, I don't know if I've been like, we gotta go see part two in theaters first things, y'all.
No, because I didn't see part one. I was like, The Hobbit, it looks like it's great. Let's go see it. And I got
You
all the
just you
points.
just ignored the fact that it was a part two. I love that. You're like, we're doing it. This is
Yeah.
happening.
Like I
um,
think this is cool.
yeah, Hobbit, obviously a huge franchise. Alien, also a huge franchise. Like, what is your history with Alien? Like, did you have any concerns where you're like, yeah, let's do this? Or like, where are my xenomorphs at? Like,
No, I actually wasn't too familiar with the franchise when this project first came into my life. So I had to do quite a bit of homework. I always knew like that the xenomorph exists in this world.
yeah,
The xenomorph is like surprisingly the subject of a lot of internet memes.
shocking. The internet glomming onto something like that.
Yeah, I know. But once I realized what I was getting myself into, I was just so excited because the xenomorph, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, the xenomorph is kind of sexy. Like they're unbeatable. They're like always
Yeah.
listening and glowing and like reflecting in the light. The all black, it looks like a leathery texture. It gives like Godzilla,
Mhm.
but the human version.
I'm gonna go into full spoiler territory here for a second.
Okay.
Based on that assessment, would you apply that also to our weird, giant, knobbly albino xenomorph hybrid at the end of this film? Would you call that sexy?
That thing was horrifying. I think I
Okay.
kicked myself a little bit when I first saw that in theaters. I was like, oh my God, what is that? Even though like Fede showed me concept art and everything,
Yeah.
but it's so shocking when that thing first appears. I think it's like the physical position it took too, like kind
Yeah.
of over on all fours and like the head kind of tilted and like different tubes that are not fully developed poking
Yeah.
out of his chest. Yeah, no, that was not sexy. That was just straight up horrifying.
Okay. Good. I just wanted to make sure we distinguished. Because I will give you points on the other one, but that one I was like, we've it's a thing that's it haunted my dreams. Or nightmares. Do you like horror and thriller films, or like do you gravitate towards them as a viewer, not necessarily as an actor? Because I know it's a totally different experience, like making the film.
Sure. You as a child, I hated it
Okay.
because I would literally wet my bed after watching something scary, and my mom did not appreciate that. But now that I'm older, I really appreciate like psychological horror.
Okay.
This is just it makes you think so many things about existence and humanity to the point where it's not about the scares anymore.
How long do you, as you, think you would survive against a xenomorph?
Like 2 minutes
Okay.
for as
I
long as
appreciate your honesty.
I can hide. I would pull a newt from this movie and just
Yeah.
hide. And
Okay.
it found me, I'm done.
Broader question. I call it a therapy question. How do you define personal success now, and how has that changed from earlier in your life?
Oh my God.
I did preface.
Person, when I first started out working in theater, I thought success meant if I step off this project and everyone involved on the project still wants to work with me, like
Mm,
wants to work with me again,
yeah.
that's success. But now success for me looks like I step off set, I go home, and I feel a sense of peace and
Mm.
contentment. And I'm happy with my work and what I gave. And I feel like I was true to myself and I can sleep easy at night.
Ooh. Was there anything particularly catalytic in helping you like come to that realization, or was it just sort of like working more or like, maturing over the years? Like,
I think Alien was a big turning point for me
mhm,
because my feature film debuted, and I've never worked on something at such a large scale before. And it's just the day in and day out going to work and being around so many people. I quickly realized, oh my God, if I spend time worrying about what people think of me and if they like me, I'm
mhm.
not gonna be able to do any work that is fulfilling. I'm not going to be able to focus on my craft, and I'm going to go home every day exhausted. I have to pull through and, really deliver. So it was a really big turning point to letting some of that go.
It was such a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much. Congrats on everything.